quick look for as far as we could go the other day. And we were here the last time, but sort of pulling the dash out and going through all that.
So did you guys, when you first looked into the car, when you paid the $6,000, did you mess with any of the wiring?
We opened up the wiring a little bit at right where it comes off of there, looking to see if we saw anything. But short of that, it went away.
Okay.
So
you did look into the wiring?
We looked into a small portion of the wiring.
Okay.
All right. So if it's a wiring, so you're telling me the problem right now is a wiring problem as well?
It's in the harness from that point that I was telling you back to the ECM.
Let me, you gotta, so I can really understand what's wrong.
So the problem is that because it's an issue, it's causing the car to do all kinds of wacky things. So it's from this connector all the way back to the ECM. Okay. We looked right here to see if we could see anything because we wondered if there was any corrosion, maybe from a battery acid had leaked down to it, or right in this area here.
So did you do this tape? Did somebody?
Yes, we opened that up to look at it.
Okay. And you taped this up?
We taped it back, yes.
Okay.
So, and then, like I said, we saw some wires in there that we thought might have an issue.
Yeah.
We put some black tape on them to try to help with the grounding.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's come back, so it's somewhere in that harness.
It did also, the car was running very weirdly. It sounded like a RX-7, then like a WRX.
Just the idle.
Yeah.
Like
no, while
idle,
driving as well.
While driving, it sounded like a WRX. There's no power. And I drove it super normally, okay? Like completely normally.
Yeah, I don't think you're doing anything wrong. The problem is that the ECM is killing power to the VTC sprocket over here. And that's what starved the engine of oil the first time. And so that's why you had all the problems that you had. But when we had the field service engineer come out to try to help us, that's where he found that the breakdown is in that harness that's causing all that. We could do the wiggle test and it would be there and then it would be gone, and then all of a sudden it just vanished. So, but obviously it's come back, which is not good. But now that it's come back, now it's melting the coil packs on both sides.
So what I'm interested in is, since you guys are the only people that mess with the wiring, I didn't touch it. Obviously you taped it up. So if that so the problem started here, okay? And you're telling me she told me there was a shortage.
She told us you guys didn't touch the wiring at all.
Yeah, she also told us you didn't touch the wiring at all, which clearly you did.
If you're thinking that you're going to blame me,
I'm not blaming you. Listen.
No, I'm just telling you that I've got a field service engineer that tells me that there's a problem inside your harness, and we tried to help you as far as trying to diagnose it.
Correct.
So just because I touched your harness to look at it to try to figure out what was going on and determine that there was a problem in the harness, you've got a big gap to try to bridge there to try to blame us on something like that. So I'm here to help you.
Yep.
But we can make this, where it's a conflict between us, or we can try to, work together. That's up to you.
Well, listen, here's one thing that I don't understand is why is it so expensive?
Because it's a harness. I mean, that's the problem. Harnesses aren't cheap. And then I'm going to have to pull the whole entire dash out to get in there to do it. And my labor rate's $155 an hour. So it's never cheap to do that. Even when I tried to go in there and try to find where the issue is in the harness, it still would be $2,500 to $3,000 to try to do something like that. That's why it's best to just, if you're going to spend that kind of money, you might as well replace the harness. Because I could invest all that money in it. Well, you could invest all that money in it, and I still never find the break in the harness. Because I mean, that's a loom with probably 40 different wires that are inside there, and it's traipsing its way all the way back. It's not like there and just goes there. It's through your entire dash.
So has anybody turned it on?
I don't think anybody's started. Well, he probably diagnosed it that day, but it's been sitting here since. Trust me, I don't like to be in this situation telling you these types of things either.
Well, it's just been like a terribly long process.
Yeah, you paid $6,000, waited well over a month for no solution.
He has a solution. He just unfortunately.
No, at that time you guys gave the car back.
Who are you?
A solution.
Are you the owner?
No, he is.
Okay, I'm done talking to you.
Oh, you're done talking. Okay.
I'll talk to the owner, but I'm not gonna you know, be tag teamed. I'm not going to do it. You're the owner. I'll have a conversation with you, but I'm not going to have two people arguing back and forth. And if you want to take it and get a second opinion somewhere else, you're always welcome to do that. But just understand, I've had a Toyota engineer and a Subaru engineer here to try to help figure out your concern.
Okay.
So, I mean, but you can do whatever you want with the car. That's not a problem.
Okay. Just try it back. Let me start it up.